There are plenty of survival games for you to sink your teeth into every year, and 2024 is looking like a damn good year for the genre. So here are some of the most anticipated survival games that we're looking forward to playing in the near future. First up, we have Nightingale. If you've seen the trailers for this game, then you know that it places a heavy emphasis on the wild monsters and creatures that you'll encounter in addition to the surviving. I like the Ginger Giant. You also get to dress up like a character straight out of Mary Poppins, complete with a flying umbrella. And that was the big selling point for me. We'll see exactly what it takes to be a realm walker when it launches into early access on February 20th for PC. If you like surviving and also driving, then Pacific Drive may be the survival game for you. You play as someone who apparently likes to drive down abandoned roads with giant warning signs on them, and predictably that gets you sucked into a giant portal and stranded in an area known as the Olympic Exclusion Zone. Now it's up to you and your car, which may be an entity that will slowly drive you insane, to survive in this weird environment full of supernatural dangers. Pacific Drive is out on February 22nd for PS5 and PC. I got to play the demo for Abiotic Factor during Steam Next Fest, and if you're a big fan of Half-Life, then yeah, you're gonna want to check this one out. As you can tell, this looks a lot like a game that Valve would have made back in the days when they still made games. But instead of starring someone with a goatee and a proficiency in crowbar swinging, you're one of the random scientists who gets stuck in the facility when all the ruckus goes down, and now you need to find a way to make it out alive. The concept of surviving inside of a Black Mesa-esque secret lab full of monsters and experimental machinery sounds like a blast, and we'll be able to see just how good it is when it launches on May 2nd for PC. After a long series of unfortunate setbacks, Stalker 2: Heart of Chernobyl is finally set to release this year. This immersive sim will have you struggling to gather supplies and food, while also dealing with the horrors of the Chernobyl exclusion zone. Man, you really gotta watch out for these exclusion zones. I've always heard about how alive the worlds of the Stalker games feel, and judging by the trailers, this game could be on a whole other level. Stalker 2 will be out on September 5th for Xbox Series X/S and PC, and will be available day one on Game Pass. Well, we haven't had a zombie game mentioned in this video yet, so we might as well get that out of the way. Once Human, which made a big splash last year in its open beta, is an open-world, multiplayer survival game that, according to its Steam description, takes place in a strange post-apocalyptic future, as opposed to your regular old, boring post-apocalyptic futures. This should be out sometime in the third quarter of this year on PC. Dune Awakening is a survival MMO set in the world of Frank Herbert's Dune series. Dune has seen a rise in popularity with the release of the recent film starring Timothée Chalamet, so it's not surprising to see game developers trying to capitalize on that success. An MMO with survival game elements seems highly ambitious, especially when you consider the epic scope of this series, what with all the sandworms and such. It's supposed to be out this year for PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Xbox Series X/S, and PC, but as of right now, there's no set release date for this one. Ark II is also supposed to come out this year, and it also hasn't received a firm release date as of this time. Ark Survival Ascended is currently out in early access, but there's been no sign of the official sequel as of yet. So we'll have to wait and see if it does indeed release this year, and how much Vin Diesel it actually contains. Seriously, I need to know what Vin Diesel is doing in this game, and I need to see more of him riding dinosaurs. It'll be out on Xbox Series X/S and PC. Frostpunk 2, the sequel to the game where you needed to somehow keep an entire frozen society alive, is set to release this year, and it will be out on Game Pass on day one. I just watched the trailer, and it features a whole lot of people just yelling at you.
Where are the homes you've promised?
Can we all receive equal rations?
Hospitals are not a place for experiments.
Steward! Do you hear us?
Steward!
Steward!
So yeah, this seems like the perfect game for those of you who want to simulate being a public servant in the middle of an apocalyptic winter. It's currently scheduled to come out sometime in the first half of 2024 on PC. And finally, we have the next game from the developer of No Man's Sky, Hello Games, called Light No Fire, which is seemingly a sequel to No Man's Sky in everything but name. Instead of exploring multiple procedurally generated planets, you'll explore one procedurally generated planet, which may seem like it's smaller in scale compared to No Man's Sky, until you hear that the planet is allegedly the size of the actual planet Earth. Of course, this is coming from Hello Games, who have a history of over-embellishing the features of their games in the past. But one would hope that after the initial troubles that they had with No Man's Sky, that they would have learned a valuable lesson about over-promising and under-delivering. At least I really hope they have, because I don't want to have to go through all that No Man's Sky drama again. No info about platforms or release dates yet, but you have to assume that this will hit next-gen consoles and PC whenever it does launch. Let us know what survival game you're looking forward to playing in 2024, and be sure to check out thegamer.com for all your gaming news and guides. I'm Jamie Latour, and we'll see you next time.